Hi, in today's video I am going to share with you the Jane Austen style junk journal that I've been working on. And then we are also going to be working on our hexagon quilt block for our slow stitching sampler series. And I'm going to share with you what we will be doing for January and February. So I already have the February block picked out. So I'm happy about that. So I'm ahead of the game. And as I was showing you in the last video, that was the introduction to this slow stitching sampler and to slow stitching maybe for some of you. I'm going to be making a hexagon shaped block, and then this is going to be sewn onto a 10-inch square. So at first I was thinking, oh no, I won't use any of these fabrics, but I said, you know what, I think I will use them, and you know, why not? So let me just make a few little changes here that I wanted. I like this, and I want that to be showing more. Okay, and then now this can come over here. I don't even know if I need it, but put the template back down. And let's see what we have now. All right, so I wanted a little bit more of this purple to come in. And then let's see, I like this, I like the green, I like this here, and so it's looking really nice. Let's see up here, I was thinking I might change this up here. I don't really know. Let me see if this can come down a little more. Nope, it's still, yeah, it's barely. Okay, so this really isn't even coming in over there. Let me see if I switch this around. Keeping that there. Okay. Now, okay, that I like a little bit better. All right. And remember that with my style of slow stitching, I like to cover up the seams, so these seams will all be covered up. Okay, so now the next step is going to be pinning this into place and then stitching it on the machine. Let me move some things out of the way here. Okay, bring this up a little bit more. Get my glue bottle out of the way, I don't need it. All right, so now let's just start pinning. So I do have the piece of cotton fabric, that's my backing. And let me see if I can pin this without moving right off. I don't want to move it right yet. So I have this mat behind it, so that helps me to hit that, and then I know when I'm moving the pin coming back up that it's going to attach. I just want to make sure I go through that bottom piece. So I'm Marcia. I don't think I said that. And welcome to Markets of Sunshine. So if you are new to slow stitching and you're wanting a project for 2024 and something that is simple for beginners, or if you like quilting and you wanted to use up a lot of your fabric scraps and get into slow stitching, then this is going to be the video series that will help you to do that. And I know there's lots of others out there doing it as well, because slow stitching has become a very nice pastime for all of us. And so I really appreciate you joining me. Now, let's see here. It looks like, okay, so this is picking up this little piece. This is getting this too. This is getting that. The white one, this is getting that. I think this one is there, but let me just add a pin here just to make sure. Okay, there we go. All right, so now I can take this to the machine and then I will do a running stitch kind of a thing. And what I was thinking I would do is just go around the edge here first, and then maybe something across here, and then that way that will hold all this into place. And then I can start adding the lace and the slow stitching. So hold on a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, so now here we are, and the next step will be to start adding in the lace. So I just went around this outside edge and then I came across here just a little bit to secure these couple of pieces inside here. And now I will go through my lace, and I'm not sure yet if I want what width I'm really looking for and what texture, but I do have a few that are thinner, so let me start with this. I like that. Okay, so move this out of the way. Okay. And again, I will cut these and pin them into place, and then I will hand stitch all the lace. Pin this as I go. And that will keep it in place very nicely. I'm looking for very thin lace. Okay. All right, let's see what we have here. We've got this pretty mint green, and we have this white and an eyelet, kind of a piece. I like to use a different lace at every seam, and I try not to use the same one twice, so I have enough lace that I can do that. Alrighty. Again, I'm just covering up the seams. Pin each piece into place. Okay. Alright. Now let me see if I want to use this one. Are starting to slide toward me. Let me rearrange it. Okay, let's see if this will look good, because it's going to be the pink and white theme, so I may not want this color in here, but you never know. It might turn out to be something that looks nice with the tiny house in the end. It's very pale, so it's not going to, you know, jump out at you. It's going to be so muted that it's going to look nice. Kind of like that, but it's also so sheer that it doesn't do a lot of coverage. Okay, I like that. On the white, it kind of helps it to stand out, but I really don't like it there. I'm thinking here. Don't even know if I have any pink. Okay, let's see what this is. Remembering that the tiny house is going to be at the center of all of this. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. Do you find when you have a crochet piece like this, it's so hard to cut it? I always find it so difficult, but it's like, okay, it's all right. The more difficult thing is to where do we want to cut it? All right, let's just do it right there. You just have to go with it. Don't worry about it. Don't overthink it. That's part of the fun, is just don't overthink it. having fun and adding elements, and it surprises you in the end the way it will all come together and look really beautiful. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, this is a fun piece. I've never used this in a project, so let's see where we can put this. This is quite unique. I do like it. I don't know how I'm going to really incorporate it, but it might go here and then the tiny house go on top of it. Let's just do that. And then we have this piece of crochet. Very nice. Go over there. Let's see what this is and what we can do with this. That. Okay. I like this here now, actually, instead of the other. Okay, I like that. Very nice. Okay, now I've got this little spot there. All right, I think it's looking really nice. What do you think? All right. This goes this way. I'm very particular about making sure the right side is up on the lace. Okay. Oh, I like that. Okay, now let's move that out of the way. Bring the template back over. Okay. Right. Okay, so like right there, that's where it will be. I like that very much. Okay, so then this got this little seam here. It needs just a smackerel of something. Let me see what I have. Do I have anything up here? Okay. I always have little cut, trimmed edges, you know, so let me look and see what I have. I like that sheer. just a piece of this right there. No. All right, I want it to be, I think, the cream color. Let me see if I can get a piece of this. Okay, there we go. That was what it needed. Okay, now pinning it. Ouch! I finally got it. Okay. All right, so this corner over here, I needed a little piece of fabric. Where's that beige piece? Maybe I can use it. So I'm going to be cutting out this outside edge, so I have to keep that in mind. And now I will be able to do that. Let me pin this into place. Okay. And then I can sew it. Okay, so then this will be, let me see, I might put a piece of lace here as well. But first let me tack all this other in place and then we'll see. Okay, so I will keep getting, make sure I have this where I need it to be. Okay, right there. Perfect. Okay. And I have a fabric pen somewhere. And I don't know where at the moment, so let's just get the pencil. Not a biggie. Okay, so I'm going to make a little mark here. And a little mark here. Okay. I'll be cutting this so it won't show. There we go. See? Perfect. Okay. All right, now what I will do is hand sew all of the lace into place. And let me just get that started with you. But it's so very simple. All right, let me see if I have anything long enough here. These are all scraps. Here's one. And I like to do this with my embroidery thread, and I use 3 strands. Okay. That's wanting to knot up on me right here, and I don't want it to do that. Oh well. Okay. Okay, let's start over here. And I like to use thread that is going to be blending with what I'm doing, complementing what I'm doing. And right now it's the same idea that I did when I just put this stitch around it to hold everything in place. The whole idea is just to hold it, and then later on I will come in and add a lot of the embroidery stitches and decide what type I want. And this color complements this lace and the fabric. And so you can barely see these stitches here, the thread. And I like to work obviously toward a direction where so I can get the most out of my thread. Trying to keep it where you can see what I'm doing. And removing any of the pins along the way that I don't need anymore. I'm so happy to be able to feel good again and be stitching with you here in my craft room. So it's wonderful that things are back to normal. And those of you who know me personally know what I went through. And I'm just, and some matters, some things I don't mind sharing, but this was just something that I just don't feel, I don't know why, but I just don't feel like I want to share. I was like, okay, it's done, it's over with. I'm good again, my health is good again. Let's be thankful and let's just move on. So some things to me are just better left like, okay, boy, wow. Whew. Got that. That was a doozy, but we made it through it. Something that I've never had happen to me. I have some strange things happen to me. You know, I mean, it's like, but I'm learning now. I have a health coach, and I'm learning a lot about the body with, I do a lot of holistic alternative medicine and treatments since I've had Lyme disease since 2004. And that whole new side of medicine has really opened up to me, opened my eyes as to the power of the body and trusting your body to heal. And so thanks to this, it's called German New Medicine, and it's been around since the 70s, but like alternative medicine, it's not talked about in the conventional world unless you have a DO, doctor, osteopathic. And I'm finding out too that a lot of the doctors in sports medicine, sports injuries and things like that, which is not just for sporting injuries, I found out, also like to go the route of helping the body to heal without using a lot of pharmaceutical drugs or surgeries and things like that whenever possible. So I now have a whole new respect for my body and its ability to heal, and with trusting your body is a huge factor in all that. And so with a lot of prayers, a lot of help and support from my friends from all over the world, I was able to see miraculous things take place with my body and healing. And I did spend a couple of days in the hospital and was told, you know, everything is looking stable, so we're going to send you home and your body will heal the rest of the way. Just take it easy. No air travel, no scuba diving, and no heavy lifting. I said, well, you don't have to worry about any of that. So, and then, wow, lo and behold, 2 weeks, and I was like, I had another chest x-ray yesterday, and they're like, oh, it's all resolved. And I'm like, oh, hallelujah. Thank you, Jehovah, thank you. So I was just, I mean, you just don't even know. This was like, oh, the best news ever that I could have received. And my doctor, she was thrilled. They just called me right away. They didn't make me wait and go to the pulmonologist. And she called because she had ordered the x-ray, and she was so happy to be able to tell me. And she's like, only you could get something like this. And I'm like, I know. But I'm not the only one, but it's just like, it's rare. And, but she was very knowledgeable. I'm so happy, you know, with her. And, we took care of it right away. And so it's like, wow. But my goodness, what a marvelous body we have. Absolutely marvelous. Okay, so here's the first little bit. And the stitches you see here on the back, that's all going to be covered up. So once we get the, you know, batting and all that done, you won't see any of these stitches. But that's why we're doing the stitches now with this part, because once I get the batting and the backing, I don't want to see all that. And all I will have is the quilting, which is beautiful. So, but these stitches, you know, the top part is beautiful, but the underneath is not beautiful. So we don't want to see that. All right, let's turn this here, put that there. All these little strings. Okay, so it is looking really nice. So I will be spending my time on the couch while I'm still convalescing, and add the rest of the stitches and tacking down the lace. I really like this. The tiny house is going to look beautiful in the center, so I'm going to put the tiny house right here. It's really going to look pretty, and I don't know, I'll probably do it like this. Keep this like this. So this is going to be like, it's like a little border. So this is going to be like a little flower border to my tiny house, and then the tiny house is going to go here. So from here to here will be the tiny house. So probably about like this wide, this height, and it's going to be right here, a little tiny house. It's going to be so adorable. And then I'll trim this up and put it on the 10-inch block. So, but we're making progress. We're moving along. So I hope you are getting excited about this. And if you aren't going to start until January, but I just want to show you the preliminary, the prepping. And so this is the part 2 video. So part 1 was showing you me laying out the fabric pieces with the hexagon template, and then now this is part 2 of our slow stitching sampler. and showing you now how to attach these. So it's really, really easy. And so I hope this is helping you to see just how easy it is to do these kits, to use them, and whether you get one from my shop or somewhere else, or you're just going to take it from your stash and follow along. Whatever you do it, however you do it, but just taking part and doing this with us together is really something that is going to help benefit us all, and I'm so happy. And please leave me a comment below if you're starting on this already with me, and but just let me know you were here, where you're from, and I hope you're enjoying it along with me and having so much fun and just enjoying it and just using up your supplies. You know, this is a great way to use our supplies, use those little scraps, and just have fun. That's what this is all about, is having fun. So thank you for being here with me today, and I will see you in the next video of our slow stitching sampler. Bye-bye.